Hello my dear girls, hope you all are keeping fit and fine. So today I will be taking your maths and our new chapter will be geometrical shapes. Okay? As you are already familiar with the term shapes because you have studied few shapes in class 1. Do you remember them? I hope you remember some of them. I'll just revise them for you. They were the plane shapes like rectangle, triangle, circle, your square and any other? No. These all plane shapes you have read in your class 1. Now, before starting our today's topic of solid shapes, first let me clear you one thing, that shapes, they are being made of lines as well as curves. As you can see, the shapes, they are made up of lines and curves. And these lines, they can be sleeping line, standing line or a slant this way or a slant this way. Fine. And curves, these are the curved line. So, the shapes which are formed either by this or by the combination of both of them, they are known as the geometrical shapes. As just now I told you, you have already studied the plane shapes. The two-dimensional shapes, we call them 2D or plane shapes. Girls, I'll tell you once again why they are called two-dimensional shapes. They are called two-dimensional. D here stands for dimensions. Why? Because their dimension means the measuring things. How many things are there which are measured in the shapes? So, in plane shapes, there are two things that are being measured. Either it is one or two, like either they have length or breadth or both of them. So, if it is length and breadth, it means it is a plane shape like a rectangle. It has length and breadth. Like a triangle, it has only sides of same length, of other lengths like that. Or a square where all the lengths, all the sides, they are equal. Then a circular. A circular shape, a shape which is round. Fine. So, as you can see, these all shapes, this shape is made up of lines, this shape is made up of line, this shape is made up of line and this shape is also made up of curve but not line. Now, we will study the two-dimensional, after two-dimensional shapes, we will study your three-dimensionals, which we have named as 3D shapes or we call them solid shapes. Okay? Solid shapes. But there are few things, few new terms exactly, which will come here in it, which you should know. First of them, it is face. Second is edge. And third is vertex. So, one by one I will explain you with the help of solid shapes and then we will come to other kind of shapes which come under the category of three-dimensional shapes. Now, a question may come to your mind, why these plane shapes, they are having two dimensions, length and breadth, and what is the third dimension here in the solid shape which is not there in the plane shape? Yes, you are right. It has length and breadth. It has these shapes, they have not only length and breadth, but they have their height. Length, you know na, that how long a thing is. Breadth means its width. And if I keep something on any surface, suppose like this, I am keeping it here. So, this much will be the height of a object. Okay? So, the third dimension here is after length and breadth is the height. That's why it is called a three-dimensional solid shape. So, what is a face here? A face means a solid shape having the plane surface. The plane surface of a solid shape is called its face. Fine. Suppose I am showing you this box. Okay. Which shape it is? It is rectangular in shape. A plane shape is there, rectangular, but it has sides, other sides. As you can see, I have marked them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I will explain you. As you can see, this plane surface of a shape, this rectangular shape is number 1. If I move it, it is number 2 plane shape, number 3, number 4. If I turn it like this, 5, and if I turn it this way, it is number 6. So, how many plane surface it has? This object has 6 plane surface. Okay. So, the plane surface of any object or any shape is called its face. Okay. So, this shape having how many plane surfaces? It has, as I have shown you just now, 1, 2, 3, 4, this one 5 and this one 6. So, it has how many faces? It has 6 faces. Fine. Now, the next is after face come your term edge. Now, girls, it is clear to you what is a face? A plane surface of any shape, or if it is an object, we can say a plane surface of any object is a face. Now, when two faces join, the line which is formed, the line segment which is formed, that line segment is named as edge. Okay? Listen once again. When two surfaces they join, the line which is formed by which they are joining each other, the two faces, that line segment is the edge. When two faces join and form an edge. Once again, I will show you with the help of an example. Suppose this is phase 1, this is phase 2, but where they are joining each other, as you can say, they are joining each other at this line. And this line from here till here, where phase 1 and phase 2 are joining each other, as if I tilt it this way, you can see easily, this is the edge. Okay? So, how many edges it has now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I turn it around, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, my dear girls, I will explain you again, once again by a drawing. Suppose so this is our solid shape having how many phases? This is phase 1, opposite to it is phase 2, if this is phase 3, opposite of it is phase 4, this one. Fine. And this upside, if it is 5, then below this one will be 6. So, it has, as we have written, it has 6 faces. Remember, just now I have shown you. Now come your edges, where these all meet. These faces meet, they form a line segment. That line segment is a edge. Count once again in this figure. I will dark it for you, okay? It will be easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because here this face and that face is meeting, here this face and this face is meeting. Same way, and this is also an edge, this is also an edge, this is also an edge here. As you can see, the edges are there. These all are the edges where the faces they are meeting each other. Okay, my dear girls. Next you have the vertex. As this is a plane surface, this is a line segment, I would like to clear you. Vertex is like a corner. As corner are the points where the sides meet in a plane shape. Same way, vertex are the points. They are not the sides or the lines. They are the points where the edges meet in a solid shape. A point. A vertex is a point. Okay, my girls. A vertex is a point where edges they meet. Now, how we'll differentiate? We have marked the faces with number. We have darkened the edges. Now, the third point which we want to find out in this is vertex. The points where the three edges are meeting. This one, should I cross it? This one, this one, this one, this one, this, and this. Now, start counting the vertex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, it has 8 vertices. So, we forgot to count the edges. Let's count once again. The edges, the dark lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now the standing. 9, 10, 11 and 12. It has 12 edges. So, this shape, okay my dear girls, this shape having 6 faces, 12 edges, 8 vertex and the opposite sides as equal. Face 1 is equal to face 2, face 4 is equal to face 3 and upside the face 5 is equal to face 6. Here the opposite faces are equal. As in rectangular shapes, in plane figures, the opposite sides were same, equal. Same way in this shape, its name is cuboid. What is its name? Cuboid. So, a shape having 6 faces, 12 edges, 8 vertex and opposite faces equal. What is the another criteria here? Opposite faces are equal. That type of shape is known as cuboid. This is the first solid shape which I have explained you. Hope it is clear. Okay. So, very similar to this is our next solid shape. Its name is cube, but the point of difference is here the opposite sides are faces are equal, but in that all the 6 faces they are equal. I will show you how. So, can you give me, before start coming to cube, can you give me example of some objects which are cuboid? Yes, you are right. A duster which you are very familiar, your teacher is using in class, your book, your refrigerator. Fine, these all are the cuboid shapes. Now, we come to the next shape, that is cube. So, the next shape which we are studying will be cube. It again has 6 face, 12 edges and 8 vertex, but all the 6 faces are equal. Fine. I will show you by drawing it. See, I have drawn one square, another square, and when I join the vertex, I will get a 3-dimensional figure having length, breadth and a height. But in this case, length, breadth and height, they all are equal. Length is equal to breadth, breadth is equal to height. That is why the faces are of same shape and size. So, between a cube and cuboid only one difference is there. Number of faces same, number of edges same, and number of vertices same. The only difference here is of size of faces. In a cuboid, we studied just before this that the opposite faces were equal, not all the faces, but in case of a cube, all the faces are equal. Okay, my girls? So, can you imagine something cubical in shape? When you were very small or till your nursery, you might have studied the cubes game. You were arranging the cubes. Why those blocks were called as cubes? Because all the faces, all the 6 faces of that shape was of equal shape and size. They were equal. That's why the game, that block is being named as cubical game, cubical boxes. Same way, you might have played the game of Ludo. In that you are using the dice. Have you observed? That dice is also which shape? Which shape it has having? It is a cube. It is not a cuboid. It is a cube because all the 6 sides. You know now that it has 6 sides. Dot 1 showing one side, dot 2, 2 dots are there showing the second face, 3 face, like that. 6 faces are there, but all of them are equal. That's why it is a cube. Okay, girls? So, today we studied the shapes, that the shapes, they are made up of line and curves. So, in class 2 we will be studying the solid shapes. They are also known as 3-dimensional shapes or 3D shapes. Why? Because there are 3 things in them to be measured: length, breadth, and their height. Fine? And the new terms which we studied 2-3 times, I explained you once again. Face, the plane surface, edge is formed when, if face is there, the 2 faces will meet and they will form an edge. And if edges are there, they will meet at a point and that point will be a vertex. Fine. So, first solid shape, geometrical solid shape, which I explained you, was a cuboid. Second one is a cube. Same here, these are the vertex of a cube. Count how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges and how many faces? As I'll show you in the small silver box. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. If I move it around for you, you will be able to see it. This box is an example of a cube because all the faces, they are of equal size. Okay? I hope you have understood. So, next video will be starting with the other 3 solid shapes. Okay, my dear girls? Go through your books and think of some examples of a cube as well as of cuboid in your surroundings. In the things surrounding you, find out the shapes which we discussed today. Okay? Thank you.